Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope everybody had themselves a great weekend. And as promised, I told you guys I'd get this video out on Monday. Here we are. I also have a couple Moon videos coming up, as well as this one, and a couple Mars. Alright, this photo that we're going to analyze was sent in by Taft Baker. He's always doing these moon enhancements and stuff like that. So kudos to him. Thank you very much, Taft, for doing that. Let me show you the photo we're talking about here. This is the actual photo that he's done. Now, he took the photo, rotated 180 degrees, and he pretty much cropped it right here where you can see the instrument coming off the actual orbiter, and he was on this crater here. Speaking of craters, you can see right here the features are Ansgarius, Kastner, and Kastner F, which is this large crater as well as these smaller ones, right? All right. Now, you can see the image we're using is AS16-M-0651. Now, this is nothing more than amazing when you see these structures. This is cool. I'm going to jump into this photo, and then I'm going to show you guys something really interesting. I keep telling people these photos are whited out. And, of course, I get these people saying, oh, you're delusional. Why would they do that? They would never white out any photo. There's no way, no how. I'll show you that, too. All right, this is the photo that Taft sent in. And you can see he's rotated, cropped it in this area, and he's thrown some filters on it. Now, just this alone is amazing. You see these structures right here, okay? I've always said, I always use the terminology that these are pads. These whited areas, right, with something always sticking out on top. Now, people go, no, those are craters. They're not. There's a difference between a crater. Craters actually are indentions in the ground where these are not. And you can see these right here. Another one right here. Let me just go ahead and zoom in. And you can see these things are literally sticking up. This thing's sticking out of here. We got a couple more over here. Absolutely awesome stuff. Now, what I did was took a little bit of the color out. So thanks, Taft, for sending the photo in. That's awesome. I'm going to show you guys something even more fantastic. Now, I took away some of the color and try to put a little bit more burn into it to bring more of the features out, right? So let's go ahead and zoom into that a little bit. And you can see these items pretty much the way Taft had them, only I took a little bit of the color out and put a little bit more burn on the photo so we can actually see these things pop just a hair bit better, right? Again, we get this weird thing. Look at this. This is cool. Look at this item right here. Look at this anomaly right here. Or I should say group of anomalies, right? Right there. You can see what is this funky looking thing down here? It's got like this weird pad type thing and has these pieces sticking up. It seems to be oval at the bottom. You guys see that? That's pretty funky. Now, this right here, this whole area. And what I like about this, and you can see what they actually did something to this. You can see this right here. Right here. This piece right here is actually sticking out, where most of this has been completely messed with. See that? But check out the way there's this black item. I'm not sure what the hell that is. It kind of looks triangular. See it? Hey, it's a witch's hat. No, I'm kidding. And then you've got this other object, which is glowing, which I believe a lot of these things give off their own luminescence. And you guys can tell me your thoughts on these things too, right? Okay. If you go up to these other areas up here, again, we get these items sticking on top of these pads, these items up here. And guys, you're going to want to use your magnifiers this time. No doubt in my mind that you guys are going to be blown away. And these will definitely come in good hand today. All right. Now, let me show you something I found extremely interesting. Now, some people may say, I'm on the fence, Chris. They may still be craters. Okay, well, let's run with that. So I decided to start getting into this thing a little bit more. Now, I want you guys to have a look at these items right here on this crater wall right here. Pause it anytime and have a look. Like I said, I can look at these things right now. And like I said, take a real slow gander at these things, especially this one over here. The way that base of that thing is shaped and the items on top of it, okay? This item right over here, check this thing out. That is interesting as hell. That is neat. Now, again, we haven't even hit the money shot yet. Let's back up a little bit. Check this out. This, to me, is absolutely amazing. And by the way, guys, I told you this before, and I started doing this. We're going to start putting these photos here on my Flickr page so you guys can have a closer look. Again, we used to have Google Plus where people can go and analyze them. Can't do it anymore. So this is the next best thing to it, right? As you can see, I still got the Mars photo up there, and you guys can analyze that. I'll keep that on for a while, and then I just move them off. Why? Because we have, I think there's like 1,000 photos on the free one anyway, the free Flickr page. It's like 1,000 photos. It won't take me long to fill that up with all of these enhancements we're doing, right? So after a while, we'll just go ahead and get rid of those as we put new ones on. So guys, check this out. At the end, you guys will see these photos up here for the moon, right? They'll probably be up tonight or tomorrow, so check it out then. All right, let me just put that back over here. All right, so I want you guys to just take a good look at this. Pause it where you want. I'm just going to zoom in just a hair bit and have a look at this stuff, guys. I'm just going to go back out of this just a little bit where I started from here. Just this photo alone. Again, this is just black and white. I didn't enhance a thing on this. And I want you guys to look at this right here. This area alone right there. And of course, there's so much more in here. This area over here. And by the way, I just went over something in here. I just realized that. Right here, you can see this square area. But check out these objects here. And all in here. It's just, guys, it's loaded with stuff in here. Just have a look at this. But I bring it out a lot better. And you guys are going to see that too. Right here. It literally looks like a road you would see from a satellite here looking at Earth, right? What I'm seeing, and I can look at it myself, and I can see all these structures. Let's bring them out a lot better, shall we? Let's jump into here. Now, again, have a look at this stuff yourselves, and then I'm going to move this over a little bit. Let me just slide it back over here to this area where I put a couple filters on, and let's just back out just a hair. And just have a look at it. This area alone blows my mind. Now, many people will think that a lot of the structures are square or rectangle. That's not true at all. Here is the real deal. This is the real deal right here. Now, people will say, I've had this question. Why can't we see this with a telescope? Well, that's a great question. Here's a simple answer. It doesn't matter how big of a telescope you have. You could be at the biggest observatory. Now, you might get lucky, and if you actually get to see through it with your own eye and not on a computer that's hooked up to it, you may be able to see some of these things. However, I don't think they're going to let you see it, okay? Now, I want you guys to understand this is on the eastern limb of the moon. Chances are you're not going to see this anyway. You know, when you do a comparison with a telescope here on Earth, let's suppose the biggest one you can find, like if it's on the equatorial region, okay? It's going to be a little bit better because it'll be less smog and fog in the area. And a lot of times these observatories are on the highest mountain in that area to get away from all of that pollution and so forth. The only problem is it's still not exempt, and it still cannot get away from the atmospheric distortions. Not to mention it's what, 239,000 miles away to the moon, where you got this LRO, and guess what? It's only 75 miles from the lunar surface. Which photo do you think is going to be better? You know? Anyway, so let's get into this a little bit better. Guys, they're not going to build the same way we build. That's all there is to it. Although squares and rectangles are the easiest way to build, because if you think about it, it's just four sides and, you know, whatever. If you have a peaked roof, you just simply have trusses and, of course, you build a peak. Simple stuff, right? Well, that doesn't mean they're so primitive that they can't build something much more extravagant, right? Now, these alone, like I said, just look at, just take out your magnifiers and take a slow walk over these things. Now, let me show you something that's really cool. I'm going to do the finished enhancement here. Well, let's go right there. And guys, this is absolutely awesome. Have a look at this now. Pause it wherever you like. I'm just going to go ahead and move this a little bit. These items alone, check that out. There's stuff up on hills. There's stuff everywhere in this photo. Okay, now I'm going to back out just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to go like this. Okay, again, you can pause it any way you like. Have a look at it. Change it up, not make it quite as dark. I'm going to move it down a little bit. There's things in here, guys, like this area right here. Check this out. If you got your magnifiers out right there. look at this particular structure. There's no way that that is natural. Okay? These items all in here. And this whited out area. Although that's a mixed mash of BS as far as I'm concerned, this area alone. Like I said, these areas right here, everywhere you look, there's something to see, guys. This is right here. Not sure what the hell that is. Right there. These things are literally all over this area. I've had people arguing, oh, you know, if that's the case, we should be able to see these with ease. No, that's not true. If the size of the crater is this big, okay, now, you'd have to do the measurement, you know, from the width of this, okay? But here's the thing. It doesn't matter, because when you look at the crater, you go, wow, it's a good-sized crater. I can see that with my telescope. Maybe it just looks like a small crater. Depends on the side of the telescope, right? Now, you go, well, I can see that it's kind of small, but I can see a pretty good definition, right? Yeah, but what about all these little tiny little objects? You're never going to pick them up, guys, and if you do, it's going to be distorted. You're not going to be able to see it very well at all. Now, what I want to show you guys, and this is really interesting, I'm going to jump over to here real quick, and then I'm going to move on to the proof I told you guys I had. This looks like, I just noticed this looks like some kind of tower standing up right here. I don't know if you guys can see this right there. I just actually went into it. My bad. Right there. I'm just going to go ahead and circle it. Right there in the middle of that. It looks like some kind of tower standing literally off the ground. And that's not the only thing, guys. Again, you guys will get the photos. Now, let me show you something interesting. You can see it here. And this is from the IROC, asu.edu. Well, there's also another photo just like that. Now, look at the difference in this photo. As far as I'm concerned, it's trashed and whited out. Why? Here's the other photo. Check this out. Now, of course, it's been, you can see it's rotated. All right. Let me see if I can find this thing in this one photo. I don't think you can. No, you can't. See, it doesn't even have it in here. Okay. Right here, you can see an object right there above the actual lunar surface. See that? Right there. Now, let me show you something interesting. Again, we've got this photo whited out. People say, oh, no, that's not true. That you keep saying they're messing with their photos, and they're not. You know, well, they are. Then you get this one, much more depth and darkness. However, look what they did to the actual anomalies that are in here, okay? Now, let me show you the interesting part. Let's go ahead and it says high-resolution image. Oh, okay, so let's go ahead and click on that. Let's get that, because I want this picture right here. Wait a minute, what the hell just happened? That's not the photo they're showing. Although it is the same, but it's not the same contrasted and highly brightened up areas. I'm not seeing that. What's going on? What's the deal here? Look. What's going on? That's not what I've been looking for. So what I do is I enlarge this particular photo, right? And then jumped into that. Let me show you that. I want the real deal here, guys. Now, what I started to do is, this is it right here. This is what it really looked like when I got it. So we went ahead and made the photo larger. Okay? This area alone down here is cool. Okay? This is where you're going to get the most stuff you can find, right? All right, so let's jump down. And I tried to bring down the brightness of these things so we could try to get some more detail. And guys, even just the way this sits. Look at this item way on the bottom. Okay, this here. This item right here, which is funky, looks like a giant, one of those old keys you stick in a door. This item right here, or these items, check this out. Did you guys see what looks like a tower or some kind of rocket type looking tower? Right here. I seen this and I was, whoa, what the hell is that? Check this out. Looks like it has a base to it, nice square base. It looks like something we would see here on Earth with our rockets and the way we launch them. Okay? It looks like a finger. And it has these bands on it, one there, one there. And they're like a white band. Okay, you guys see that? Now, that's not the only one. You've got one right here, and I'm going to show you this a little bit better. It looks cylindrical. Right here is the top of it, and it drops down like this. Okay? You've got this one, this funky looking object here. Look at the way that thing's shaped. Okay? How about this tower? You see that coming straight off the middle of that pad, as I call them. Okay. So again, we're doing what we can to try to bring this thing out, and my God, it's incredibly difficult to do that. Again, what is this item right here, and why is it standing up right there over the surface? See that? But look at this right here. It's supposed to be almost like a crater, but wait a minute. Why does this thing have a wall to it? See it? And there's objects inside this. Now again, people would say, well, again, I should be able to see all of these things. No, you should not. You're talking about an X amount of area on the eastern limb of this moon. Chances are you're not going to see this, even if you could. Now, you might be able to see something coming off the actual termination mark, or right there at the actual light meets dark area, right? The terminator area. But you're not going to see this stuff. It's just way too darn small. Now, let me enhance it a little bit better, because this is what I did. I brought it way down. It's okay. Let me see if I can find something else. Basically, what I did on this time was bring down the exposure. And check out these items right here. 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 This tower right here. This one right here. Okay. These objects sitting inside these craters. There's a crater right here. I'm going to show you that a little bit better in a second. This object right here. And the way this thing goes off, it has these objects right there. But check out the way that thing is shaped. And again, why am I getting this one when I wanted to download this one? Couldn't get it. Huh, imagine that. So they are hiding these things, and they're giving us a whited out edition, so to speak, of the actual photo. And then when you do get the actual one, they've got it so exposed, the exposure is so high in the whiter areas, it blocks out anything you wanted out of it. Okay, now let's go ahead and enhance this to bring out these objects and anomalies a little bit better. Check this out. There's no doubt in my mind that these are structures with towers sticking up, and so on and so forth. Now, these might be multiple objects sitting in a row, but because they're so far apart, you can't see them actually separated, right? So it could very well be. Again, here's that other weird-looking tower type thing. Does this. Has this black middle, and then it goes down like this here. What the hell, guys? What is that? This object right in here, inside that crater right there. Go back here. And you can see there's something in this photo. I don't know what all this is right here, but clearly there's something in there. You can see like different layers or different higher grounds, lower grounds, and so on and so forth. Like back here, looks like it's rounded and it looks like some kind of weird wall. Now, how big these things are, couldn't tell you. I really don't know. But you got this object running right through here. Look at this. And it's not some kind of, what's the word I want to use? Some kind of artifact. Because look, there's something right at the end of it. You can see where it looks like this. I don't know if it's teardrop or whatever it is, but it's round, completely nice and round right there. And again, we get that weird cylindrical looking tower type thing right there. But you got this right here goes all the way down, and then it goes into something much larger right here. I don't know what that is. Couldn't tell you. But nonetheless, these objects here, look how many there are. All these little pieces here. All these little batches of, I call them batches of just pads, right? This right here. And you can see something's been hidden here. Now, there's a whole bunch of crap that's been hidden in this photo, I mean, to be fair. Right here, you can see where it's just like a little bit of white sticking out. But this object literally goes like this. And you can see it comes out, goes like this here. Whatever this thing is completely white under it. And it's being hidden. Why they didn't take this one out is beyond me. Maybe they thought people think it's just something like a hole in the middle of this crater. But clearly you can see that's a tower of some sort, right? Yeah. And you can see this looks like right here. This has this weird shape of this in here. And they're coming down to this on the sides. And all of these pieces right here. I'm going to just back out a little bit. Pause it any way you like. Here's another tower. I just seen this just now. I didn't even notice this. Right here. You see what looks like a squared off area? And you get this piece sticking straight up. What looks like it has a ball on the end of it. See that? See that? Watch this. See it? I don't know what the hell that is, but it's surely sticking up. That's for sure. And again, we've got this other object right here. what looks like a squared off area. Does this, goes down. And then you got this black base to it, and then it goes up like this here. I'm not sure what the hell that is, but clearly it's there. And at least you can make it out. Yeah? Yeah. A lot of stuff to see in these guys. And this is what I'm saying. Why, when I go to download this, like I said, all I got to do is, it says right there, high resolution image, or images, depending on how many you're downloading. 3.1 megs. Okay, I want this photo. Anybody can do this. Why am I getting this piece of crap, this washed out piece of shit? It simply doesn't make sense. So to the people that doubt it, well, there you go, man. I don't make these, and I'm not doing anything with these things as far as trickery or anything else. Just go right on the link, which you'll get, and then have a look at it. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. So there you go, guys. Again, AS16-M-051. And again, guys, look for the finished ones on my Flickr page. So just check that out. Jump back in here. Look it over real quick. Pause it. I'm going to jump to the next one. And again, I'm going to show you guys close-ups of this area here alone. Not super close, but just enough for you to really get your magnifying glass and look this over. I'm going to get in close, but not super close, so we don't have it distorted, and yet you have to use your magnifier to check it out. But again, I encourage everybody to go real slowly over it. Oh, you can just tell this has had structures galore everywhere you look, guys. Everywhere you look. There's just too many of these things in a row to be just, it's a simple crater. Or rocks. In fact, why don't we do this? I'm going to go ahead and just drop the brightness to this, just for the hell of it. Okay. And now still have a look at these things. For all we know, these could actually be lights at the top of these things. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep it much longer. I do have another one coming up, and I think you guys are going to like this because I'm going to actually show more manipulation, but this time I'm not going to do anything to burn it. I'm going to simply equalize the photo, and you're going to see the actual manipulations yourselves. I'm not going to do a thing to the photo other than just equalize it. And you're going to see, it's going to brighten it up so much, you're going to see where they actually marked off or drew lines and just colored in on this one particular crater. There's literally something standing up there, and they did everything they could to get rid of it. You know what I mean? So you guys will see what I mean, and it's actually pretty darn cool. Have you seen these kind of objects yourself in other photos? Maybe something you've taken of. Maybe you have your own telescope and you looked this over and found some crazy stuff. Let me know. You can actually send the photos to me, too. You can send it to marsanomalies@aol.com, and I'll look them over. A lot of times, it takes me time to get to them, so don't get angry if I don't get to it right away, guys. I'm just, I'm pretty busy here myself. Heck, last week alone, I worked six days out of the week. In fact, I've been working 6 days out of the week. And now with the 4th of July week coming up, going to be even more busy. But we're still going to try to knock these out for you guys. Anyway, guys, like I said, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like and share the video. Always appreciate you guys know that. And again, like I said, I've got some good ones coming up for you as far as another moon video, as well as Mars. We're going to just keep them coming. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And I'll see you on the flip side.